Welcome to our apartment hunting journey. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you love all things fashion, beauty, lifestyle, New York City, hit that subscribe button. We are back with another apartment search. I definitely did not want to be searching for an apartment after only 1 year of being here. Honestly, it was less than 1 year because we moved in a month after our lease started. So we've only been in this apartment for 11 months. But so many things have changed in life. So many things about what we want and everything has changed. So everything I said in my apartment search video last year, completely irrelevant. Everything I said about wanting to stay in this apartment for a long time, just all of that kind of stuff, completely irrelevant. Okay, before we get into the move, let's start out with why we're moving. First reason why we're moving is they raised our rent to $7,800 a month. We tried to negotiate. They brought it down a bit, but not like a ton. So like we were like, okay, that's still too much. We're not gonna go through with this. The funniest thing is that literally this week, we found out that they are renting this apartment out for less than what we currently rent it for, which is ridiculous. So they wanted us to lock in a higher monthly payment, and then they went with someone else instead of just keeping their tenant. Number two reason, I have student loans. Those loan payments, y'all, those loan payments started 2 months ago and they are wild. I forgot how bad they were because of COVID, and my loan payments are like honestly like a second rent. It has been like 2 to 3 years since we had paid them because of COVID, and now that they are back and they are back with a vengeance, we must factor that into our budget. So we are going for a lower budget than last time because we need to factor in my very high student loan payments. Number three reason is we now have a puppy. So we want to be closer to parks for sure, like a little landlocked. Like we could be closer to Central Park. We could be closer to Riverside. So that would be nice. Or like a balcony or some kind of like outdoor space close by would be a lot better. Now for what we are looking for in an apartment. One, it needs to either be a very large 1-bedroom with a walk-in closet or a 2-bed, or 1-bedroom with a flex wall. Two, it needs to have great light. I'm a content creator. I need good light in the apartments. Three, we have to have a balcony or some kind of outdoor space for Tabitha. This was a decision we made halfway through the apartment searching process. So like the first few apartments don't have that because we didn't think it was that important in the beginning. Or it must be $5,600 a month or lower. And 5, it must either be in an elevator building or only be a second or third walk-up in a walk-up building. We are not doing like a 5th floor, 6th floor walk-up with a dog that has to go out like a million times a day. Like Tabitha pees like every like hour still. And as for some things we would like but aren't like requirements, is a doorman. That would be nice, but we could figure it out without one. In-unit washer, dryer, or laundry in the building. It would be nice, but we could always send it out. Any kind of amenities like a gym or a rooftop, like those are, we would love them, but like if we don't have them, it's not a deal breaker. Finally, let's talk about where we are searching for apartments. So we actually toured apartments literally everywhere. We were open to any neighborhood, really. So, I mean, obviously like we would love to be downtown, but that's very unlikely. With their price point in a 2-bedroom or the size of a 1-bedroom we would want, like it was just not really still possible. The market is a lot better this year than it was last year. Like there were so many more options for a lower price, but still downtown is still crazy. We toured some apartments in Brooklyn. We toured in Manhattan. We looked in Queens, but didn't actually end up touring any of them. But we did have a few tours booked in Long Island City that we never ended up getting to because we found an apartment before we got to those tours. And in Manhattan, we toured Uptown, we toured downtown, we toured literally everywhere. And then we also were really, really contemplating moving to Hoboken or Jersey City. So like there was a lot of existential feelings and decisions we had to make around this move, which made it very emotional for both of us. Like we were just really contemplating like, okay, what are our values? Like, what do we want to do? Like, do we want to save more for like buying a place sooner? Or are we okay like renting at a higher rate just to be where we want to be now. We were just debating how important home ownership is to us at this point in our life. Now we're like kind of in a place where like we don't really think we want children, so now we like kind of want to buy an apartment kind of thing. So since that is a little up in the air still about like what that future holds, like we were thinking about all of these things like family planning and home planning and all that kind of stuff. We had a hard time making a decision about what neighborhood to be in and what would be best for our future and our finances and all of this stuff. Now let's get into the first apartment. The first apartment was on Riverside Drive in the Upper West Side. We toured 2 units in the building, and this is a full like amenities building, doorman, storage in the basement that you did have to pay extra for, but storage still, rooftop, like gym, it had it all, but it was a 1-bedroom with a walk-in closet. Both of the units were.
This unit was priced at $5,100. Very spacious living room, a peek-through kitchen, which I love. I love to look out when I'm cooking and like talk with Asher. The stainless steel appliances were great. I did forget to film the bedroom horizontally. Here's a clip over this clip of the closet, which was spacious. If we were to do a 1-bedroom, we would need it to have a walk-in closet, and this one was perfect. Still worried about it being a little bit too snug, even with this closet in the front entryway. There also was an in-unit washer dryer, which is great. And the bathroom was a great size with lots of storage above. Since we would be sharing a bathroom again, the storage part was super important, and this definitely had more than enough. The bathroom also had a full-size tub. This is the living room of the second apartment I toured in this building. It was also 1 bedroom, but it was much more spacious in the living room and had a cooler view for sure. The kitchen was stunning and full of light, but this carpeted bedroom was not it, even though it was very large. I really just can't do carpet. And I did not love the layout of this walk-in closet. Bathroom is pretty much the same setup as the last one. Full-size tub, lots of storage space, in-unit washer dryer, and storage in the front of the apartment.
We decided not to go with this apartment because it was a 1-bedroom. It just was a little bit too small. I just don't think that it would have had enough space to hold all of our stuff and really create that separation that we're looking for. I get a lot of PR packages, and we really just need a place where we can like lock them away, or like I can change and like leave my clothes like all over the place, like, you know, girls do. And even Asher, like a separation between our clothes like is really important for us. So it just wasn't the right fit for what we were looking for. Also, it was really far from the subway. So next, I toured a bunch of units in Jersey City, but like the Newport section of Jersey City, if you're not familiar with it, it's like right on the water between Hoboken and like the lower part of Jersey City. I don't know what that part is called, but like Newport is where like the mall and the Cheesecake Factory is. And there's a ton of like high-rise apartments and like a little park on the water, and like it's like 2 stops from World Trade, I think, and I think like 2 stops from Christopher Street. I don't really know, but it's really close to City Up, and the prices are the cheapest out of all the ones that I looked at. So I toured 4 units here, but I'm only showing 3 because the 4th unit was the same layout as number 3, so it's a little bit repetitive. But let's look at all 3 units that we toured here, and reminder that none of these have balconies yet because we didn't decide we needed a balcony yet at this point.
This is a living room. It is absolutely massive. Like the size of the living rooms in Jersey City are just incredible, and they get great light, large windows. To the left of the living room is the smaller bedroom, the 2nd bedroom, and it had a lot of space, definitely enough for what I needed to do. And then a really small closet, but that doesn't matter because I have a ton of racks. I love how big the entryway to the apartment is. It has a ton of storage. The kitchen has stainless steel appliances, a little tight, but definitely still has enough space. When you leave the kitchen, there's a long hallway that leads you to the bathroom. The bathroom has a full-size tub. I love the neutral white tile and the storage above the sink. It's super important. There is a linen closet outside the bathroom in the hallway before you enter the primary bedroom. It's a pretty good size. It's definitely enough to fit our queen size bed, our side tables, dresser, and there's also a large closet, which is nice. One of the biggest cons of this apartment is the view. It's like of a parking deck and a bunch of like corporate buildings and high rises. It just feels a little sterile to me.
When you walk in, you have a little entryway, which I love. Really adds some separation, but there's a huge walk-in closet. Like this closet is massive. 3 large racks. Like I can stand inside. So much bigger than our current apartment's entryway closet. Like this is insane. It's a massive living room. Like we have enough room now for a desk, like TV, all that set up. And then also a dining room table finally, because we didn't have a dining room table before. But look, I'm moving this camera a little fast, but there's a peek through kitchen, but this is the living room. This is the view, like the quarterway, which you can see the Freedom Tower, which is really beautiful. And there's a parking lot, but you can see the waterway and like Manhattan from here, which is nice. And then we have the second bedroom, which this would be my closet office. It's a little smaller than my current office, but it definitely does the job. It has good lighting, which is nice. And there's a small closet. Like this is a super tiny little closet, but again, I'll like line this entire room with racks, and this will just really be a place for me to film.
So off of the living room, there's a little hallway that leads to a bunch of storage, the kitchen, and the primary bedroom.
There's a pantry right here with lots of shelves. Probably put a lot of our appliances and stuff in here, as well as, you know, pantry goods. We don't have a pantry currently, so that's a huge upgrade. And this is the kitchen, stainless steel appliances, a little peek through here, which is nice. Granite countertops, which I don't love this color granite countertops, but it could be worse. Lots of drawer and storage space, definitely twice the amount of our current apartment. And lots of cabinet space below, as well as next to the dishwasher and everything. Above, so much space. And we're going into the little corner where the main bedroom is, but there's another closet. Like this apartment just has so much closet space. And look at all this shelving. Like Asher will have so much room for all of his stuff. We have the bathroom, which I really, really like. I love like this like white subway tile type of shower. It also looks really good when I like shoot like hair tutorial kind of TikToks and stuff. Again, granite countertop, not crazy about that, but lots of storage and storage here. Now to the primary bedroom. Little entryway area, so much room. This room is just massive. There's no lights in here right now, but this room is so massive. Definitely bigger than our current. And guys, this view is crazy on this side. So you see Freedom Tower like in the living room. When you flip this way, you see the waterfront and you can see the Empire State Building right there. So, I mean, we're really close to New York City. It's just New Jersey, which is one of the reasons why I'm hesitant about this apartment. And then massive storage space. Like Asher will be able to, again, hold so much of his stuff and really have a lot of room. And I mean, this bedroom's like double the size of our current one. So there's like a lot of space for like Tabby's little crate and just everything. Like it really is a beautiful apartment. In the entryway, there are two very large closets. This one, perfect for coats and everything. Large bar here. I love the shelving, amazing. And then this one honestly is more of a pantry style, which I think it might actually be a pantry because the kitchen is like right next to this door when you walk into like the main apartment. So this is the living room, but I will take you through the kitchen first. See what I mean by like, it might be a pantry, but this is the kitchen. Very typical renovated style, white cabinets, gray countertops, stainless steel appliances. I would definitely want to like maybe jazz it up with some color if I were to move in here. I also really don't like the lighting fixtures, and if I were to move in here, I would be changing the lighting fixtures. And then this living room, it is massive. I feel like this is definitely enough space for us. Like this area would be like our TV kind of setup, you know, the vibes. Like I would put the wooden wall still, like that's in like our current apartment here. View is actually really crazy. Like there's Manhattan right there. This way you can see kind of Hudson Yards right there. And I also think that there's room for like a dining room table, which we currently don't have in our current apartment. Maybe I'd put like a little dining room table here. And I think this would be really great for Asher to have like a little work nook area, which would be nice. And then this is the smaller second bedroom. It is really a lot smaller than my current bedroom that has all my stuff in it, but I do think it's enough space to hold all of my clothes and hold all the racks. And there's also like this really small closet in here. So there's definitely a lot of space here. And again, amazing lighting. You can see the ferries going across the water, which is kind of nice. The lighting's great. Again, this corner would be just filled with like bags and stuff. And now let's go over to the next side of the apartment, which is where our primary bedroom would be. There's a closet in this hallway, so like extra storage for Asher, which would be amazing for him. And then this bathroom, which white neutral bathroom. Definitely a smaller amount of storage than the other ones, but we'll survive. I have this closet here, which is the closet to the primary bedroom. Very large again, long bar, perfect for Asher's stuff. And then this is the primary bedroom. A great size. I wouldn't say it's like too much bigger than our current one, but it definitely is a little bit bigger. And I do love that we're above the buildings. Little corner, we'd put like Asher's dressers, which would be nice. Like we have just so much room in here. So the main reason we did not move to this part of Jersey City was because it was just so sterile, and like I found the neighborhood to be like really like depressing. It was just like very corporate feeling. Like there were some like offices and stuff there and like a mall, but it was just like giving like, I don't know, like strip mall kind of vibes. Like the waterfront is beautiful. I will say that that park is just stunning, and there's like great dog parks and everything there. And I just found that it was just really depressing. And I also feel like moving to Jersey City, like no one would visit us there. Like maybe Hoboken, like people would come because there's some stuff to do in Hoboken. But in Jersey City, like I just feel like it would be so isolating, especially in the winter. Like we could never have friends over. We could never casually hang out with someone in like the neighborhood kind of thing because we don't know anyone there. So next we toured 2 apartments in Hoboken, which I have no videos for. Because the first one I showed up in the units like that they wanted to show me, like I still had occupants in them, so I couldn't tour them because they have a rule that like they have to wait till they move out, and they were moving out for like another month. So I didn't get to see it. I like went there and just like spoke to the leasing office and like saw the amenities. And then I toured my friend's apartment, which like I obviously am not going to show on here, but she showed me her apartment and I fell in love. Like both apartments had the same issue, and that's probably the #1 reason why we didn't end up in Hoboken. I think that if these 2 apartments didn't have this issue, we would have been there. And it's that pretty much all of the major high-rises that are on the water or really, really close to the PATH train that we toured and had availability for when we wanted to move had carpeted bedrooms, and they refused to get rid of them. So I have asthma. I can't have carpet. It just really, really triggers my asthma. And like maybe it's not as bad as when I was younger, but I don't want to like take that to chance when you're signing a lease for like a year. So we just couldn't do it. And like I toured my friend's apartment and I was like so obsessed with it. It was like so perfect location wise, super close to the path. It was right near the water. Like I could just see myself like walking along the water every day. It was huge, like so much space for like both me and Asher and like everything. Like we could have like a full dining room table and a sectional and like all of that. And there was a dog park super close to the building. I was just so in love with that apartment. And honestly, Hoboken is super cute. Like it is such like a cozy neighborhood. It gives me like West Village vibes. It's super safe. Like honestly, I'm a Hoboken stan. Next, I toured an apartment on the Upper West Side. It was an elevator building, but had no doorman. And honestly, when I went in, I found that like the hallways and everything were really unkept. Like it was like an older building, and you will see in the tour why I'm saying that.
So this is the entryway. I feel like it's actually pretty spacious. Like we could put a desk up here for Asher, and there is this front closet. Looks like the front closet would be tiny, but it's deceptively deep. It would actually fit so much stuff. The main bathroom with the shower and tub is also off of the entryway. Not crazy about the gray tile, but it does have a lot of storage above the sink. The super tiny kitchen is also off the entryway. The appliances were so old. This is the living room. It is so large. This apartment has super high ceilings. This was definitely my favorite part of the apartment. To the right of the living room is one of the bedrooms. It has a street facing window, so it gets good light. It's pretty small though. I'm not totally sure a queen would fit in here along with all of our stuff. It does have 2 good sized closets though. Then on the 3rd level of the apartment is this like sleeping loft area, which I guess is probably the primary bedroom because it does have a bathroom here. I would still say that it's pretty tight. There is a half bath here, which is really nice so that we can like get ready in separate places. This apartment had a lot of janky details, like the door was falling off of this closet and I really didn't like the dark wood. The bedroom also has this. I'm not crazy about it. Also, the door was broken as well.
So the main reason we didn't go with this one, the price was good. I think why we didn't go with this one is honestly like the fixtures were so old and everything was like broken. So I just felt like those were just huge red flags. There were flies in the hallways. Like I was just getting bad vibes from the cleanliness and the upkeep of the apartment. And it was just like a very funky small layout. And I toured an apartment on the Upper East Side that was like a 1-bedroom flex kind of situation, but it was massive. And I couldn't film it because the girls who were living in the space were still living in the space. And they had all their like family photos and everything. Like I wouldn't show that online, but like it was an amazing apartment, but we ended up not going with it because we decided in that moment after seeing that one that we really wanted a balcony or some kind of outdoor space. So that's when the shift happened to balcony apartments.
When I sat down to film this video, I totally forgot about this apartment, but we toured another apartment in Jersey City after the Upper East Side one because we wanted to give a second section of Jersey City a shot. When I toured, they could only show us the 1 bedroom because all the 2 bedrooms were occupied. The unit that we wanted did have a balcony, but the one that I toured did not. This is the kitchen, stainless steel appliances. You know, I love that subway tile kind of backsplash. Lots of cabinet space. There's a closet in the front, which is nice. It's a big one. And this is the living room. It's huge. That's not a terrace, by the way. Bathroom. Standard bathroom. Except I don't love that there's no storage over there, but there's storage below. I just wish it had both, you know? And this is the bedroom, which since I'm not doing a 1 bedroom, like it's just even the same layout, but you get the idea. There's walk-in closet, has shelving. We did not go with this one because we in fact confirmed do not like Jersey City.
Next, we have our only downtown apartment, and it's in the Lower East Side. And I love the Lower East Side. My sister lives in the Lower East Side. There are parts of the Lower East Side that are amazing, and the apartment that we toured was not in an amazing part. It was like off Delancey Street, really, really close to the bridge, and it was just a little sketchy, I would say. Like, I just did not feel safe. I mean, granted, when I was walking to this apartment, there was a man holding like an ice pick walking down the street, just like mumbling and like waving around the ice pick. So I was not feeling super safe with that. This apartment did not have a doorman or any type of security. And just like as a woman who like would have to walk my dog at night, I wasn't feeling super crazy about that. But that was just like the first impression of like walking in. The actual building was incredibly well maintained. Like in terms of like the elevator, the hallways, everything like was really renovated nicely. And same with the unit, but also major warning before I show you this tour. The people who lived in this apartment still had their stuff in there. And the only reason I'm showing it is because they didn't have any like family photos or anything. I think it was like frat boys living in this apartment. Like there's no identifying factors. There was just like a bunch of like alcohol bottles and like it was trashed. Like this apartment was dirty. Like there was so much trash everywhere, but like without the trash, like I think it would have been a beautiful apartment minus the location.
There's a tiny kitchen to the right of the entryway, which has stainless steel appliances. The living room is a little tight, but just enough space for us, and it has a balcony. and the tallest ceilings ever. I'm obsessed. This is what the living room looks like from the second floor. It's just so cool. On the first floor, there's a bedroom off of the living room. It's tiny, but it definitely could do for what I wanted to do, which is be an office. There's also in-unit washer dryer and a bathroom with a full-size tub and lots of cabinet space. When you go up the stairs, there's like a little entryway area at the top of the stairs. Then you have the second bedroom. It's about the same size as the first. Closet to the left is pretty small. This room would definitely not be able to fit much more than our bed. On this floor, there's also another full-size bathroom with a tub and lots of cabinet space.
As you can see, like, good bones, everything, but it didn't have a doorman. The area did not feel super safe. Now we're going all the way up to the top of the Upper West Side. It's like the Manhattan Valley area. This is around like 105th Street.
So this is the living room. I feel like my couch would barely fit in here, but it does get great light and has a pretty large balcony, which we really love. The kitchen is against the back wall. I'm not crazy about these wooden cabinets. There is a small washer dryer here. This is bedroom 1. Again, also very tiny, but gets good light. Definitely a small closet. This is the one and only bathroom, full-size tub, lots of storage above and below. I love the cabinets here. And then finally, the second bedroom. This one has a bigger closet, but I would say it's roughly the same size as the other one. This place was just honestly too small.
Basically, this apartment was just way too small. Like, every single room, the living room, the bedrooms, the kitchen, like everything was super tiny and compact. And I feel like for that price, and especially being that far uptown, like the price should be way lower. And it also did not have a doorman. Again, for that price, like I feel like there's better value in other neighborhoods. Like you can get more square footage and everything for that price. So we did not end up going with that. Now we're taking you over to Williamsburg, Brooklyn, which is like actually one of my favorite neighborhoods in New York. I love Williamsburg. When I was a producer, I would always be shooting in Williamsburg. Even though our offices were like in Hudson Yards, like half the time when I went in for work, like I was in Brooklyn, and I really love the neighborhood. There's lots of great restaurants. Like the only problem with it is definitely subway access. Like there isn't a ton of subway access. We ended up touring 2 apartments in the building, even though we were only coming for one, but she threw in another. And this was in a walk-up building, but it was only 2 flights for the first one and 3 flights for the second one.
So this is the living room. It's honestly pretty big. There was a lot of stuff in it, so it's kind of hard to see. The bathroom was so beautiful and newly renovated. And the kitchen got such great light, was a great size, and just had a very homey vibe. The tiles were a little dated, honestly, and so was the cherry wood, but it wasn't bad. The primary bedroom had these beautiful French doors and was huge. It was definitely enough space for us. I also love the molding, but I wish the room was a different color. This is bedroom number 2. It gets amazing light. It's definitely smaller, but like I'm just obsessed with the light in here. And it has a tiny closet in the front. So this is the living room. I feel like it's a great size. The layout makes it super easy to decorate, which I love. There's also a linen closet next to the bathroom in the living room, which is nice. And I'm just obsessed with the renovation of this bathroom. This is how you do a modern bathroom. The kitchen renovation was also incredible. This kitchen has great light and is a good size. The balcony for this unit could only be accessed through the window. It was so strange. I can't imagine just like plopping Tabitha out the window. This is one of the bedrooms. Honestly, great size, good light. I don't love the metal pole in the corner. We had one of those in our old apartment and it would always burn us. And the closet's pretty tiny, honestly, but there's plenty of space for more drawers. This is the second bedroom. Definitely smaller, but great for a home office / cloffice. And it has another tiny closet, but it could work.
So we ultimately did not go with these, just mainly because of subway access. Like this was like a 10-15 minute from like, I think it was like the M or J or something. And it was just like too far of a walk for Asher to go into the office. And finally, we have made it to our final 2 apartments. This apartment was our second choice and one that really, really, really stole my heart. I lied to you before when I said that we only had one downtown apartment because technically this apartment is downtown and it's in the Seaport area of the financial district.
I just love the high ceilings of this living room. It's definitely a little tight though, but just look at how cool this like setup for the kitchen loft is. I really like the industrial style of the kitchen and it also had a ton of cabinet space. The bathroom was towards the entrance of the apartment. It's super modern, super sleek. There's just such a great amount of storage both below the sink and in the cabinets above. There's also a linen closet in here, which is great. On the second floor is the second bedroom. A giant beam through the middle of the room, but I think we could make it work. There's a small closet in the back. On the third floor is the primary bedroom. It is an amazing size. There is also a large closet that's a walk-in closet. I forgot to film it horizontally, but this is it. It is literally the perfect closet. There is a half bath up here, so you don't have to run downstairs to go to the bathroom. And the most incredible terrace off of this bedroom. Like, this is what New York City dreams are made of. Look at that view.
So I really, really loved this apartment. I could see myself here. Like, it was really like, it stole my heart. But I did not love that the balcony was off the bedroom and not the living room. We really want a balcony so that Tabitha can like take herself out and stuff on like one of those outdoor pee-pee pad things. And that would just be hard for her to climb up all those stairs and then go outside. Like, she'd definitely have an accident before that. So like, it would defeat the purpose of the balcony, even though that balcony is stunning. It's an older building, so I definitely worried a little bit about like pests and stuff like that. There was a lot of like cracks in like the floor along the wall and like where the beams are. Giant beam going through the second bedroom. I feel like that would be really hard to navigate and utilize that space because of the beam. It did not have a doorman, and when we went to tour, we toured it twice. And the second time we toured, there was a picture on the door basically notifying people that someone like broke into the apartment and stole packages. So that would be really hard for like my work and everything, because like I get a lot of PR and stuff, and that would be really annoying if they were stolen. Also, laundry was in the basement, but that doesn't really matter that much. But finally, it was a 10 to 15 minute walk to the subway, which is actually really long, especially in the winter time. And Asher, again, goes into the office all the time, so that commute would be a little tough for him. I really do love Seaport as a neighborhood. Like, I got really excited to like still be like a little bit more walkable to things. Like, I could walk to my sister on the Lower East Side along the water, and like it would just be nice to like be downtown again. I was like really obsessed with that. Plus, like, I love the loft style of it. It was done so well. But at the end of the day, the location, the no doorman, all of that, plus it just, the funky layout, the beam, it just was a little isolating and just like not the right choice. And finally, we have the apartment that was the winner. This apartment is in the Columbus Circle Lincoln Center area of New York City, and it is a 2-bed. I really think it's really more of a 1-bed with a flex wall, but it listed as a 2-bed for $5,500.
So this is the living room. It's honestly kind of a 1-bed flex situation. This is the little office area that's separated by that glass wall. It doesn't have a ton of wall space, but does have a great view and great lighting. It might be just the right amount of space. Then there is a balcony off the living room. It's currently closed for construction, but it has a beautiful view. And then there's a little area where you can put a dining room table. There's the kitchen there. Again, this place has great windows. The kitchen has stainless steel appliances, not a ton of counter space, but I love how modern it is. There is a half bath in the hallway across from the kitchen. Pretty standard. In the hallway next to the bedroom, there is a ton of closet space on both sides. There is just so much storage here. The primary bedroom is absolutely massive, like truly so big. Here is it from another view, so you could really see the depth of the room. There's a tiny closet in the back, but plenty of space for other drawers and racks. And finally, the primary bathroom is in the bedroom. There is actually storage behind that mirror. I forgot to film it, and a full-size tub.
Basically, it had everything that we wanted. It had a doorman. Laundry is on the floor, not in the unit, but like close enough. Has a gym, has views, has a balcony. It literally just was the perfect amount of space and like really, really close to the subways. It's very well connected. So we have like multiple lines near us, which is really nice. And it's a condo unit, so like we're renting from like an individual owner. And I feel like individual owners are less likely to have crazy rent hikes because they don't want to go through the process of finding new tenants. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can stay here for at least 2 lease cycles. That's our goal. Like, our lease is 1.5 years, and we'd like to stay there two lease cycles, and then think about like what our buying plan is and all this stuff. Cannot wait to show you the moving process and the decorating and everything. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you next time.